I think I'll go and get my shields. Map. Travel to High-Off-Gar. Take it anyway. I stole it before.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
Yeah, best put Unrelenting Force on because you're ready to be blown off your feet, old man.
Shout at us.
Oh yeah!
Taste of your voice. Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar.
Where the fuck did you three come from, creepy old bastards?
I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here? We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you. You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
There's Mirak, but we've not got to admit.
You have shown that you are dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Wrecked, bitch.
Well done. Again. You learn quickly. Once more. Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
Hey.
We will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thing. Approach Master Bori and he will gift you his knowledge of Wold. Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout. Master Wolfgar will demonstrate Whirlwind Sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori. Rex! Wolf! Now, your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your Whirlwind Sprint to pass through before it closes. Your quick mastery of a new Thum is
With that one.
astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return. No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear. Good. Then you will be ready for whatever lies ahead. 5. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him. As I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him. He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance. The Dragonborn is an exception to all the rules. The dragon blood itself is a gift of the gods. If we accept one gift, how can we deny the other? As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh. We therefore seek to guide you on the proper use of your gift, which transcends the restrictions which bind other mortals.
Okay, bye.
Wind, guide you.
Jürgen Windcaller. Give this. Why is there a boat here?
Looking to hire a boat?
No. I just wondered why they were about then.
You there! You're the one they call Dragonborn? Your lies fall on deaf ears, deceiver. The true Dragonborn comes. You are but his shadow. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him. Time to die. Mirak, help me! The true Dragonborn returns to the...
Not bad, eh? Right, books. Kill the false dragonborn known as JC Chaos before he reaches stealth zone. Okay, so now I've got some killer cult after me. I think they're dead, pal.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
Alright, not bad.
What is it? Do you have one of the razor? Look at them. The legendary sharpness of a Daedric weapon. Marvelous. And here's your payment for the shards. We just need the hilt and the pommel now. I'll just be tending the museum if you need me.
I can't break into that. You'd have thought you'd have put it with it. I'm just having a nosy.
You're wrong to come here, stranger. No rest in Dawnstar. All right, then.
I don't give a two fucks. Right, I'll drop that off.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Dude, I'm a werewolf. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yep, sure I am. Turned left when I should have turned right. Hey, too bad.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you. You're just in time to say hello to Rugby.
I've not really done much for the college, I literally just enrolled. Could held up a shield while some crazy old cunt fucking threw a fireball at me, but yeah.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he
Oh
didn't
cool,
do
we get
it.
to see an execution.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get on with it!
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King.
You betrayed
Does
us!
she know now, Advar?
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude. He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric
Liar.
challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
And it keeps on rolling around. Alright.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I
Some
say.
gate guard you were!
I think I expected more.
He expected more, he just chopped his head off. What
If you're heading
else
to the
can they
Blue
do?
Palace, you might want to rethink that outfit.
I've not been hearing that now.
Out with it. Hmm?
You wouldn't be a sellsword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve.
Damn shame, Rogvir. You're a good man.
Shouldn't have been like this.
You stay out of trouble now. The Castle Dower dungeon can break even the strongest will.
I can roll back to you. Gonna send it.
Yeah. I may have accidentally let a prisoner escape, the leader of one of those bandit groups. I told everyone he died during questioning, and I need you to track him down and make sure he doesn't show up to disprove that. Good.
Do it.
I'll have a sack of coin waiting for you when you get back. Hi, I'm the headsman here in Solitude. It's my job. Depends on what you mean by busy. I'm also the head jailer in the dungeon here. Quiet job, usually. Ain't got one, but I'd fancy a chance at that Jari Ra's scrawny neck. Filthy Argonian never would have set foot in this city if High King Torrig was still alive. I can tell you that. Remember, I need that bandit dead, not alive.
I'll get round to it when I come else.
Spare some gold for a veteran? I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things. Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks. What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there.
I just wanted to ask it to be a
I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. I do miss that helmet.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink that outfit.
A coin or two for a veteran?
It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should come by our shop, Radiant Raiment. We could fix you right up.
What, with some pansy fucking nightgown?
You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Rament's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit.
Okay, I'll have it.
Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raiment.
Fuck me, I've just sold out and become an advertisement. Where is it?
The Radiant Raiment when you need a change of attire.
Come here, look, proper Bosby Dazzle. Rocky Bobby Dazzler. I'll just talk to you.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Hell no.
If it's arms or armor you need, see Bayrand in Castle Dower. Bloody good blacksmith, that one.
It's been my honor to perform I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to
I'll
Now
look
you
into
can
it
say
while
you've
I'm
met
here.
the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to
New in town, right?
Missing
Maybe need Jarl Elisif the Fair. Poor woman. Losing her husband and king like that. It was a dark day for us all. Damn! That reminds me. I have a delivery to make to her steward, Falk Firebeard. He ordered a special bottle of Strassmakai rum. Saved me a lot of trouble. Here. Take it to the Blue Palace. Work in it, I own it. Well, okay. My father owns the Winking Skeever, but it's the family business, so it'll be mine when he kicks off. I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivienne. Vivienne Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivienne and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He beat me up, dumped meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly. I was done talking anyway.
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes?
It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us were very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Dija and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
Guess we're getting decent pay from this one though. Stop.
I don't want to talk. Dragon? Really? Was it big? Did it breathe fire? Oh wow, I knew it! I knew they were real! I have to remember to tell Papa!
If you're heading to the Blue Palace,
Oh,
you might
Lord.
want to rethink that outfit.
I'm wearing your fucking outfit.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome. I'm afraid I'm running errands at the moment, but please visit me later at the Temple of the Divine.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple. Or a tomato. Cabbage. Or leek.
Fresh fish.
That I do. I had a messenger from Dragon Bridge stop here on his way to the Blue Palace not too long ago. He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help. I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood Marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness.
Fresh fish.
Come back when you figure out how to spend money.
Blessings be
You
with
wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you? Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
I've heard when you sing, people throw tomatoes
Great.
at your
Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time.
Fresh fish. Straight
Oh,
from the
yes.
shore.
A secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
What do you need?
Dean Inga says need something? I'm a bard, from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Thanks for taking the time. People never want to talk to me.
Plenty of fresh fish for you.
Get your fresh fruit and produce here.
Sorry, yes. It's been hard on her. The girl misses her uncle. I've tried to explain that Rogvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will. These are troubled times. I've got some salmon down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire Company workers and those red wave thugs. May the gods speed your journeys and steady your sword arm.
It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions.
In the end, to develop the Blue Palace. Ja, oh. Braucht 2 Mana.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Sabeel Stentor has a grasp of magical... No doubt most folk in Skyrim consider the... No, that honor is Sabeel Stentor's. A smart man steers clear of Stentor. And keeps himself out of the dungeon when she's having a bad day. Let's just say that the headsman's axe may not be the worst way for a Solitude jail prisoner to die. Look at that. I've told you to watch your tongue, and mine is waggling. I've said enough. I make sure Erica keeps breathing. You are free to leave.
Oh, hello. Are you my gallant hero? Have you come to whisk me away to a life of adventure and romance? I made a wish in the town well that a golden knight came to take me to his castle. Oh, does it spoil the wish if I tell? Need something?
Yeah, obviously deranged. What's going on here?
Thane Bride, I can always find time to share a word with a warrior. Many condemn the Stormcloaks, but I refuse.
The Imperials are
There
good
is
for
honor in
business, and
fighting
business is good for Skyrim. Oh, most certainly. At least when Elisif herself asks. If you're inquiring whether we have concerns about her age and inexperience, let me put it this way. The Thanes have every confidence in General Tullius's leadership. I'm a Thane. In the future, you may want to gain that information before talking with someone. Risk of looking like an idiot and all that.
Well, I'm a fan.
I must return to the court. They simply
White
can't
Room,
make do without me.
Fall Curse or something.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
Looks like it. Just tidying up.
I'm trying to speak to the Jarl.
I
swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my—
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra
Let's put
soldiers to
Firebeard.
Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed. Do you have business with the court? Oh, right, the rum. Thank you. I developed a taste for it after a fair-weather trip to Hammerfell. Here, this is for you. You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you, I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. That remains to be seen. By rights, she has a legitimate claim as High Queen of Skyrim. But we must have the support of the other Jarls for that claim to have any meaning. Should they accept her rule, we will have peace. Of course he does. What sort of a question is that? Maybe you've been listening to Erikur. There's been loose talk among some of the Thanes, and I suspect he's the cause of it. You'll pay those rumors no heed if you wish to retain your welcome in this city. She may be young, but Elisif is the Jarl by right. And here in Skyrim, if nothing else, we respect the traditions of our fathers' fathers. You'd do well to remember that. The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted. Feel
Okay.
free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
You're a vampire.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane. If I needed something from you, you would know it. Nothing. I'm busy, and I don't like being bothered unless I'm expecting something from you. Oh, don't give me that look. Fine, I suppose I can find some menial task to set your mind on. We have something of a vampire problem. Bodies have been found with blood drained. I know of a den nearby you can wipe out as a precaution. I don't expect you to be capable of even that. I was a member of the court during the reign of Torig's father. It was Torig who appointed me to the position. Very. I helped raise him. Oh, I could not have been more proud to see Torig on the throne. He made a fine king. A fine king. I was, to my shame. The whole court was in attendance. I've seen much in my time, but that was a gruesome day. Because Ulfric needed a symbol. Someone he could defeat that represented the Empire. The White Gold Concordat, the banning of Talos worship. Torig's father Islot had held Skyrim together for nearly 25 years. When he died, Torig became that symbol. No, even after Islot died, the Moot voted to make Torig High King of Skyrim. But Ulfric was at that Moot, continually talking about Skyrim's independence in terms just shy of treason. I don't think Ulfric knew how much Torig respected him for that. If Ulfric had asked Torig directly to stand up, to declare independence, Torig might have done it. Because the Dominion is a sleeping beast that Skyrim cannot slay alone. Because many Nords are part of the Imperial Army even now. Because the food and resources we get from the Empire are important to our people. Because even if we can't openly worship him, Talos the God was once Tiber Septim the man, and this is his empire. And Torig wasn't ready to let it fall apart. Vampires are clever hunters. More clever than you, definitely.
Do you have business with the court?
You're a vampire, bitch.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward. It's quite fetching, actually. The craftsmanship is excellent. Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting in a request for a few dresses quite soon.
Yeah, that's me, easy pay.
A question I am all too familiar with. One my very Thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people. The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him. Trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have? Because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power. Ulfric coveted the High King's throne. He thought he deserved it more than Torig. And so he came before my husband and he shouted with that terrible voice, like something out of a legend or a nightmare. When Ulfric unleashed such fury, my husband, he simply ceased to be. That is all I will say, for it grieves me to speak of it. Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torig was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen.
No.
Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Pray for no come.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
Please address all questions to the... My duty is to keep the Jarl safe, not play nursemaid to you sycophants.
Be quick. I have little patience
Do
for
you have
mundane
business
concerns.
with the court?
I've talked to
The
you.
Imperials are good for business,
I've
and
talked to you.
business is good for Skyrim.
Scruffy
Oh, hello.
crazy.
Just tidying up.
Of course you're tidying up.
Jarls come and Jarls... Everyone knows General Tullius wields the real power in Solitude. Elisif? Yeah, she's a figurehead. A puppet.
I can walk around in a big circle.
Please, take pity on an old madman. My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
Oh, it's Shelgar's questline, isn't it?
All right, then.
Dean Inga says a bard can never have enough practice. So, would you like a tune?
No. The Bard's Collage.
Hello, yes. I'm the Dean of History.
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I... Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard. Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. I wish you luck in finding the verse.
Fuck that place, I'm out.
Please, take pity on an old madman.
I'm not travelling to Solstheim just yet.
It's so good to see you again.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar, always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child, wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right, I knew it! He's trying to have somebody killed!
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true, but Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
All the Argonians at the docks are nice to me. Good thing, too, or father would run them off.
Will you spare a few coins to help someone who's got nothing?
Oh, hell no.
Die, Grilla, die! Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized. Finally! My prayer, it worked! I knew you'd come, I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came! An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood! You don't have to say anything. There's no need. You're here, so I know you'll accept my contract. My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind. Please hurry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there.
I'm taking that. What's this? Taking
Broad is the...
than this. Ooh. Taking these as payment in advance.
Broad is the head mistress of Honor Hall Orphanage, but not for long. Oh, let's go and commit some murder. No witnesses. Quick save.
Constant Samuel is getting to be a problem. Put an end to the nonsense, or I will.
Okay, okay, I'll deal with it.
fuck's sake.
No lollygagging.
Oh, nobody suspected a thing. Oh yeah, I'm still wearing them shit robes, aren't I, as well? Peel. Give me money, 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 bitch.
Well, Grohad the Kind. Is she, you know... Aha! I knew you could do it. I just knew it. I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me. Here, just like I promised. This should fetch you a nice price. Thank you. Thank you again.
A family fucking heirloom. You gave me a family fucking heirloom. What the fuck was that? Mist, it'll come under that, right? Wow. Wow, you gave me a plate that's a value at 100. Good job I stole that other shit.
Hollyfrost farm outside the city.
Horses.
It's
All
honest
day
work,
long.
if a bit dull.
Do you have any idea how
Cruel
dull
seas and
horses
sailors
are?
for generations. In truth, I regret not following in the footsteps of my ancestors.
Name's News. I'm the cook of Candlehearth Hall.
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
lost my twins. My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy. Oh, did you need something?
Good morning. There's an old saying that only a Nord can work the soil in Skyrim. I don't think anyone else would have the patience for it. It takes half a day just to dig a planting row in the cold, stony earth here. But what else can we do? Eat rocks and ice? Everything you see is grown at my family's own Hollyfrost farm, fresh and filling. I also do a little herb growing. The court wizard Woundfirth pays us to plant a little nightshade. Who knows what he uses it for? Hey, could you deliver this bottle of nightshade extract to Woundfirth? Thanks. Good day to you.
They call me a war hero. I'm no hero. I'm just a soldier who didn't want to die. You one of those Skyrim for the Nords types? And you're right, at least as far as I'm concerned. Don't let Ulfric or some of these other short-sighted Nords bother you. Most of us are happy to welcome newcomers. I killed a lot of High Elves in the Great War, and I didn't die. I guess that makes me a war hero. The Great War. There was nothing great about it. Thousands died on both sides. And where did it get us? Did we really save the Empire? Or did we just plant the seeds for Ulfric's uprising?
Take home Windhelm's finest and freshest produce today.
Help the Dark Elves? Oh, you must have heard me talking to Malfear. The Dark Elves live in a run-down slum called the Grey Quarter. Ulfric's content to keep it that way. I guess they think I can open Ulfric's eyes to their plight, and get him to lift a finger on their behalf. I'm trying, but Ulfric is set in his ways. For him, there's two kinds of people in this world. Nords, and the folk beneath them. Safe journeys, sword brother.
The townsfolk call me captain. I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me going. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of. Though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon, and introduce him to the headman's axe. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septins and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's party.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
Lord Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed. You need anything, come see me. I'm as resourceful as I am discreet. Wherever I can find them. If you're the type who worries over where something came from, you may want to move on. I'm a dark elf and I live in Windhelm, so yes, I live in the Grey Quarter. You must be new around here. Or you'd know they don't let my kind live anywhere outside that slum. Be sure to stop by Sadri's used wares in the Grey Quarter.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Seeing a good tavern brawl might be just the thing to lift my spirits.
Been a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage. Those poor children must be heartbroken.
Oops. Know nothing about anyone.
Everyone says the Orland Greymane is the best smith.
Working in Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close. Every Nord should admire Ulfric. He fights for all of us. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons and armor for the great Stormcloak army. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me, but we all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land.
Well, I'll tell you for a start, they'll be brittle as fuck because you've dropped them in water.
A word of advice, don't buy discounted armor.
I've got a word of advice, I don't buy armor. I hear Nick and
Come see for yourself.
Fruits and vegetables, all ripe and ready for your table.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
Lord Nilsson has been wrecked since her sister was killed. I'd appreciate it if you don't. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong mead, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one. Thank you. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming.
That's toast.
Terms with my daughter's death.
Take home Windhelm's finest and freshest produce today.
Name's News. I'm the cook of the Candle.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
No shit.
Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
Sneak thief. I haven't stolen or murdered anyone. No evidence.
You've seen how we live? Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
All I ask, with your help, we have a chance to make a better life for ourselves here. For that, I thank you. I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong. The Grey... Not a day goes by that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the Corner Club on his own. It was a pleasure. The Corner Club's been filling up at night lately. I'll bet Elda up at Canada.
Apparently, some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care. Things have been a lot worse around here since Ulfric took over. None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time. If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
Right. Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustice.
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army, until I took a sword to the chest.
I thought you were going to say an arrow technique.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
Hail of the dead.
What is it, Khajiit?
Where did you come from?
I know you're kind, always sneaking about.
Hail, companion.
Balgruuf won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us,
may the gods watch over your
us.
battles, friend.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Balgruuf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Galmar thinks we should double our men in the Reach.
A reasonable strategy.
And you, Yorli?
Well, sir, the hold at Falkreath is fairly vulnerable, and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil.
A good point, old friend.
To be sure, my lord, I am not skilled in the arts of war or military tactics.
But you're able to see the whole in the parts, and for that I'm grateful.
As you wish, sir. I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel. The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details. Grew up here. Cold as at Mora, but that just grows the beard sticker. Lots of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive. For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Yes, make it quick. I'm a busy man. Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. Take care.
I want to sign up to the Star Wars logs. Just quick save it, just in case.
As you can see, I have much that requires my attention. If you're inclined to gab, there are some nice prison guards you may like to meet. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. I killed Torek to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus Mead for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Torek to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce, but rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws. Take care.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. But first, tell me, why does a cat want to fight for Skyrim?
Regardless, it appears Skyrim must stand alone. Again.
Fair enough. But are you willing to die for your home? You mistake me. I'm not saying no, just wondering about your intentions. We're not looking for sellswords. The Stormcloaks need dedicated men and women who are devoted to the cause and willing to die for it. Watch yourself out there.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. I find your...
Travel to Whitron.
Need something? What do you need?
I ain't asking for much, just a few cents.
You're back! Did you bring me anything? I'd really like a dolly. Or maybe a pretty new dress. You got me a present? Really? Thanks. Braith is a big meanie.
Quest item. Oh, somebody wants a 12 sign. Okay, I want it. Amulet of Arcade.
She keeps telling Lars and me what to do. I don't want to play with her anymore.
I don't give a fuck. Mara.
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Yeah. Extremely.